The midterms are coming up. So
what? Really?
Yeah,
What?
little midterms, no big deal. So how will that change how you guys approach coverage, or will it?
You know, again, I don't think it will really change for us anything in a big way, because the midterms are about what is resonating with a voter. How do voters feel about their finances? Not someone crowing about some legislation they got passed. Like, how do you feel about it? What is the impact of that said legislation? Occasionally, we do have elected officials on, because I'm always very interested when Democrats and Republicans can work together and what those projects are. And occasionally, there are some things that have been very successful that are bipartisan, because as you know, it's such a divided and divisive time in Washington, D.C. But I don't think it'll change. We'll continue to go around the country. When you're syndicated, you basically are in a number of markets. And so in a way, you pop into these markets and find out, what do people here care about? One thing that was so remarkable to me was to see that in a lot of rural communities, their issues with hospitals were exactly the same as the urban communities, right? People like to say, well, the white people over here in Tennessee and Ohio are nothing like the black and brown people over here. That's not really true. When you actually talk about hospitals and specific things and you kind of ignore the legislators, you actually see their issues are very, very similar, which makes you think, well, maybe there's a way then that people could come together around the issues where they impact them the same.
I think people sometimes forget that even though I've lived one lifestyle, I do care about how other people are living, and you're looking for ways to connect. And I feel like you were saying, so often we're told that it's separate and you don't understand, but you've shown throughout your career with Black in America, Latino in America, that we all are really connected, and I think we care about other people's existence.
Sometimes television executives, I think, really discount the American public. Certainly, watch TV a lot, and you'll be able to say that. But so you have, for example, when we did our first Black in America documentary series, I mean, people at CNN who were funding the series were really concerned, right? Like, because the CNN audience is a white audience. In fact, one executive said to me, don't make it too black. I'm like, and by then I'd just been around long enough to be like, okay, like, what does that even mean? But they're very worried, and I think understandably, right? They were so worried this thing called Black in America would push away the audience that they really thought was valuable, which was the white audience. And what ended up happening, of course, was that was one of the most viewed documentaries that CNN ever did. And we grew our Black audience tremendously. But we grew our white audience, too, because it was just good, interesting storytelling.